Ahead of the Vatican Sex Abuse Summit, a well-known Jesuit writer says the key to the future of the U.S. Church lies in its seminaries. Father Thomas Reese joins us now to talk about his new column where he makes the case for reform. Father Reese, always such a great pleasure to talk with you.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Overhauling the seminaries in America would likely be a long, involved process, Father Reese. What's the first step there?
I think the first step is to make sure that the screening process for people who enter the seminary is rigorous and on target. I mean, currently we have a process where, of course, there is a police background check on any seminarian, anybody who wants to enter a seminary. But that's a pretty low bar to make sure that the person doesn't have a criminal record. In addition, there are also psychological exams that these candidates take. Now, the question is, okay, you give them the exam, but do you listen to the psychologist who reviews them? I've heard from some psychologists that they will warn a bishop, oh, don't take this guy. I mean, I knew one who said this to a bishop, and the bishop took him anyway, and the man attempted suicide a couple of months after he entered the seminary. This man never should have been allowed into a seminary. He needed extensive therapy. So I think, the problem is that bishops are desperate for priests, and their vocation directors are, their value and worth is measured by how many recruits they get for the seminary.
So it's more about quantity there than quality.
Absolutely. I mean, we have to be worried about quality, not quantity. It's not numbers, it's how good a priest they will be.
And Father Reese, another obstacle that you write about is that there's an authoritarian mindset at these institutions, calling that a big obstacle to form better priests. How do you go about reforming that?
Well, frankly, I think you have to do it by changing the personnel involved in the seminary training. During the last two papacies, the criteria for someone teaching on the faculty is that he never questioned anything that came out of the Vatican. Well, they basically told the seminarians, we're going to give you the answers, and you're going to go out there and straighten out the people. They didn't train them to listen. They didn't train them to be pastors. They didn't train them to empower the laity to take their full responsibility in the church.
And Father Reese, that you bring up the laity, there are lay people on seminary faculties. Has this made any notable difference?
Not really, because they've been selected by the same criteria as the priests have been. Now, some of the seminaries are improving, and some of them, for example, Cardinal Supich has been improving the seminary at Mundelein. And there are others, but until the bishops change their attitude on what kind of priests they want, I don't think we're going to see serious change.
All right, Father Reese, we definitely have to leave it there. That's the perfect last word. Thank you so much. Always so great talking with you.
Good to be with you.